I'm going to play the Train song for you. It's one of Train's like first or second CDs, and it's called Get to Me by Train. The name of the band is called Train. This is how it goes. Oops, sorry.
Well, an airplane's faster than a Cadillac, and a whole lot smoother than a camel's back. I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. Parasail, first class mail, get on the back of a nightingale, just get to me. I don't care, just get to me. Croquettes, mopeds, take a limousine instead. They ain't cheap, but they're easy to find. Get on the highway, point yourself my way. Take a roller coaster that comes in sideways. Just get to me, yeah. Oh, get your ride on the back of a butterfly. There's no better way to fly. Get to me. I look around at what I got. Without you, it ain't a lot. I got everything. With you, everything.
Such a good song. So, I mean, if you haven't heard that song, it's called Get to Me by Train. But he's saying, I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. And I used to sing this song all the time when I asked people to get to me. If they're trying to reach me, if they are searching for a life Sherpa, they're searching from the depths of their soul for a expert mountaineer in their climb up the mountain of finding and accessing their highest intelligence, the God source within them, the multiverse within them, to access that. I asked them to get to me. I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. And I would sing the song at the top of my lungs, and I usually don't know the lyrics, and so I'd have the lyrics pulled up. But today, I just sang along to the song because it sounds so much better with the music in the background. Hey, Window Teal. So, today, what should we talk about? So I went jogging today after work, running, and today I kind of fasted until like 2 p.m. and I had zero energy to run because I didn't eat any carbs. But I was so sure that if I drank a Shakeology and Daily Sunshine or something, that I would have plenty of energy. And I didn't. Maybe I was just tired from yesterday, or maybe I'm just more of a morning runner. I don't know. Hey, Lauren. Yeah, so I ran today, and I wrote and I journaled today, and I sent a journal entry to my life coach, my unicorn master life coach. And one of the things I said was, okay, it's time to embrace being the unicorn. It's time to embrace your unicorn energy and to go out there and share the magic with the world. And over the past few days, I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of reflection, and I realized that fear just simply didn't serve me. Fear was something that would always exist in this human form, and fear was about my lack of faith, my lack of belief, my lack of belief and faith in something bigger than me, my lack of faith and belief in my God source, the divinity within me, the multiverse within me. And I had to really face my fears, and when I had a coaching session with my life coach last week, I just burst into tears and I fell apart, and I was just so broken when it came to facing my fears, the fear of complete utter failure, the fear of taking a year off from work and putting energy into building my practice, building my business as an entrepreneur, as an owner, that I've never really done before. And it was just so freaking scary. It was so freaking scary. And yesterday, or on Sunday, I watched a lecture by my meditation teacher, and she said, fear is when you don't have any faith and trust in the divine, in God, in the God source within you, in the heaven within you, the multiverse within you, the connectedness within you. That's when you have fear. And the nuance I got was fear is always going to exist. Like, we're a human being, we live in a human form. We're like, it's such a dichotomy. We're eternal, we are infinite, we are powerful, we're part of this God source. We're like a drop in the big ocean of love and heaven and God and the multiverse and all that. And at the same time, we incarnate into this human form. We're dragging this human body around, and this human body is really fragile, right? It's made of flesh and blood and bones, and it's fallible, and it has a mind, it has an ego, it has like it has this fear mind, it has this self-preservation, this instinct to survive, to live, and this defense and protective mechanism. And when you do anything out of the ordinary, when you do anything that at all remotely seems risky, hey James, then the thing is to recoil, the thing is to run, the thing is to fear, the thing is like this self-preserving mechanism just kicks in and just tells you, no, this is really scary, this is a really bad idea, don't do it. And I thought and thought and thought and thought, and I meditated, I did neurodynamic breath work, and I journaled, and I did all the work. And it was so clear. It's so clear that the fear will always exist. The fear mind will always exist. That reptilian mind will always exist. And it can eventually be something in the background noise. It could be something that you just realize that will exist. The thing is, are you going to trust? Are you going to trust in a higher power? Are you going to trust in the multiverse within you? Are you going to trust in your God source, your oneness, your connectedness? Are you going to trust something that is greater than you? Do you believe in divinity? Do you believe you can have a conversation with the multiverse? Do you believe that you can have a conversation with the Heavenly Father? Do you believe that all your prayers, all your questions are always answered by the signs all around you, by the resources all around you, by a random song, a random movie, a random clip, a random page you read, a random card you pull? Like, do you get, hey Gloria, do you believe in something bigger than yourself? And will you embrace the two? Will you embrace your fear at the same time and embrace your God source, your divinity? They're just gonna exist at the same time. And I so got that. I so got that. And hey Suman, and I just really realized that the fear is always going to be there. Like, my coach has said this to me a million times, and I just didn't really get it. I hear it, I process it, I'm with it, but until I actually experienced that visceral fear that was like paralyzing me, it was paralyzing me to the point where I just sat on my hands. I just wouldn't take any action. I wouldn't dare to even envision what the year off, the year of not working would look like. I wouldn't even dare to envision the milestones, the schedule. I could not bring myself to put it on paper. I couldn't bring myself to follow. I couldn't bring myself to keep myself accountable to it, because I was so paralyzed by my fear of failure, my lack of belief. Actually, I completely forgot. I had complete fake ignorance. I completely forgot that I'm so much bigger than this human body in this human form. I'm deeply supported. I'm deeply loved. I'm a unicorn. I'm a freaking life Sherpa. I've been blessed with a staff in my hand, and I am terrified. And yesterday, I got the loving, kind, compassionate, generous reminder that as a human being, as a child of God, you are deeply supported, you are deeply loved, you are never alone. Your questions, the questions of your soul searching, your questions of everyday life, your questions of how to exist with fulfillment and with passion and with purpose, all those questions will be answered. Ask and you shall receive. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Ask and the answers will be blessed unto you. I forget what those exact quotes are, but ask. Have a soul-bearing conversation with the multiverse. And I'm here to tell you that our Heavenly Father, the multiverse, loves every single soul that is part of the whole. Yes, that includes you. And you are a unicorn. And there is no single soul has your DNA, your fingerprint, your perspective, your message. And nothing is created by the Heavenly Father, by the multiverse, in excess or in lack. Everything is created with divine perfection. So if you truly see that, then you would realize that you are no accident. You serve a purpose. There's nothing anyone else could say and share it the way that you could. And today, as I journaled out my entry, I really realized that when you share yourself, when you share your message, this Facebook's always locks out. When you share yourself, when you share your message, you're putting a lot of wonderful energy and vibe out into the multiverse. And you know the Bumblebee robot, the Transformer, the yellow cute thing, he is a Volkswagen Beetle, and his voice box got damaged when he was transporting to Earth, kind of like his incarnation into Earth. And his voice box was damaged. And so the girl, she installed a radio into him, and he actually tuned into the radio to pick out messages to say what he says. And I noticed that whenever you ask the multiverse, whenever you ask the Heavenly Father a question, your questions are answered. And the multiverse answers your questions through all the stuff that's out there in the ether. Maybe it's a random page that Kelly Roberts wrote. Maybe it's a post that Lauren Roberts wrote. Maybe it's a coaching session with Lauren Roberts. Maybe it's a commercial you see on TV. Maybe it's a random song that plays on the radio. Maybe it's some sign you see driving somewhere to work. And I realized that when you put forth your energy into the multiverse, when you share your message, when you put a book out there, when you say something, maybe you post a video on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, maybe you write a book, maybe you write a post, you share something, and that thing will appear in another soul's life at the perfect moment when they are searching for that very answer to the question. And the multiverse, the Heavenly Father, will guide them to that piece of information because you put it out into the multiverse, you put it out into the ether. So no message is going to be nuanced the way your message is, right? If the Bumblebee Transformer had 50 channels to choose from, his message will be very succinct and very nuanced and very concise because he has so much to pick from. It's like having a big vocabulary versus a little vocabulary. When you don't put your stuff out there into the multiverse, there's less stuff to pick from. There's the multiverse is going to find some message that is mostly going to answer the soul's question. Let's say Gloria is asking the Heavenly Father something, and his answer is yes, a resonating yes. And there's like these nuances and these details that he would like to share with her. Let's say like that particular answer doesn't exist yet because no one has shared that particular answer. Well, if you shared that piece of information, you shared that piece of energy, that message into the multiverse through a video or a song or a poem or a post or a book or whatever, the multiverse can then take that piece of information, send it over to Gloria, and she will receive the exact, concise answer to answer her soul's search. Everyone has a message. Everyone is unique. Everyone has their own way of saying something. And everything that you say will resonate with certain people. And the Heavenly Father, the multiverse, is so divine and so perfect that that force will magically, divinely match the answers and the questions together. So, who are you to allow fear to stop you from sharing your message and putting yourself out there and sharing your voice? Do you believe in something bigger than yourself? Do you have faith in the multiverse? Do you have faith in the Heavenly Father? Are you going to allow your ego mind, your fear mind to stop you? Or are you going to embrace your unicorn energy? Or are you going to run away from it? I think you already know the answer to that. So, I send you love, light, profound clarity, infinite possibility to create the life you desire to live, one that is aligned with your soul's expansion, growth, and purpose always. Always, always, always. Here's you living a soul elevated life. And if you're looking to transform your life, hire life Sherpa, hire life coach. You can work with me. You can join me on my weekly group coaching sessions on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Texas time, 6 p.m. California time. It's an hour long. First half hour, we go over a concept to live a powerful life. In the second half hour, we do mini coaching sessions. You can join me for a relationships course. We apply the principles of breath work, which is everything you need to live your most powerful life already exists within you. And you can use that principle to transform the relationships in your life, from the relationship to yourself, to the ones with your lovers, your loved ones, your significant other, your parents, your kids, anyone important to you. That course, that relationship course, is for the subscribers of Michael Stone's Neurodynamic Breathwork, and that course is available on breathworkonline.com. And the first course is going to be at 12 noon Texas time, 10 a.m. California time, starting on every other Saturday starting on May 25th, which is a Saturday. So every other Saturday after that. If you're looking to write powerful manifestations and intentions of your day and you get to create your life, like I wrote every single day that I would work my soul elevated life coaching practice full time. I wrote it every single day. And guess what? Starting on June 29th, it's a reality. I've put in my notice and I'm quitting my corporate job after 16 years and I am going for it. And I'm deeply supported by the multiverse. I finally have the guts. I finally have the clarity. I finally understand that I get to do this. And I am deeply supported. And I am fully backed. The multiverse has my back. And I love my life coach so much. If you don't already know Lauren Murphy Pringle Roberts, she is this unicorn, amazing powerhouse. And I was talking to one of my coworkers today, and I was telling her about, she goes, hey, what time do you usually leave? And I said, I try to leave at 4, but sometimes on Thursdays or Fridays, I'll have my coaching session with my life coach. And so if it goes over, then I'll work later to make up for the difference. And she goes, what do you talk about during your life coaching sessions? I was like, oh my gosh, where do I begin? And I was sharing with her that one of the biggest things that I was recently working on is combating my fears. And I said that, without a life coach, without having a unicorn master life coach in my life, like Lauren Murphy Pringle Roberts, I would never have ever had the guts to quit my full-time job and work on my soul work, my life work full-time. Like I would have never ever have even remotely fathomed the idea that I could do it. And in fact, I thought the only way that was going to happen was if I got a divorce or if my husband left me, or like there was no feasible way that we could cut our income by half and for me to work on this full time. Like there's no possible way. But when you work one-on-one with a master life coach, you start living a life that you never believed that you could live. You start living 3 lifetimes in a single lifetime. You face your fears like you wouldn't believe. And never would I have had a conversation with my husband about exploring the idea of never ever looking for a job ever again. And those words actually exited my mouth when I spoke to my husband. And that that would have never happened without working one-on-one with the life coach, because you really, really, really access the multiverse within you. You really access your fears. You really access your wild woman, your origin, your everything. It's just so powerful. So that is the power of having a life Sherpa in your life. That is the power of you working with me one-on-one as your private coach, you as my private client. So we have the money course for $44, 28 days to transform your life, your trajectory with money forever. We have a writing manifestations course. We have a relationships course. We have a mini course in living your most powerful life. And we have our weekly group coaching sessions on every Wednesday. And you have the ability to work with me. You can sign up for a single coaching session, a month of coaching sessions, 6 weeks of coaching sessions, whatever works for you, whatever you're looking to do, whatever is your timeline. We got you covered. The world is your oyster. That's it. And I've yet to post something about the money course, but it has commenced. So if you're interested in transforming your relationship with money, $44, 28 days, the trajectory of your relationship with money is forever transformed. I'll be sure to put some testimonials as soon as I get them and put them on the website for you. So check out my website, Soul, S-O-U-L, elevatedlife.com, and check out all about me and all my course offerings and all my services, because I'm here to serve you. I'm here for you to access the multiverse within you. I'm here for you to live your soul elevated life. And have I told you how much I love my unicorn master life coach? I love her so much. And I love every single soul on this planet. And I love planet Earth so much. When I was writing my journal entry today and I thought about the magnificence of the beauty in this planet and humanity, I just was moved to tears and my heart ached so much because of how much I love you and how much I love humanity and how much I love this beautiful planet of Earth. Sending you lots and lots of love. I'll see you tomorrow.